Well, it didn't add up. Lots of incidences were happening. I couldn't make sense of it. I became more and more isolated.
This woman never expected to be a victim of stalking from someone she'd never met. It took 8 years to get a restraining order.
The things that were happening, like missed phone calls, text messages, and then I started noticing things like criminal damage to my car, to my property. Eventually, I realised how much this person was infiltrating themselves into my life and network. The police took each incident in isolation, and I don't think they recognised the pattern of behaviour does add up to that crime.
Hello, National Stalking Helpline, how can I help?
These support workers see a quiet epidemic.
OK, don't worry, you've come to the exact right place. Just tell me what's been happening, I can give you some advice.
An estimated 1 in 5 women and 1 in 10 men will at some stage experience stalking. The Susie Lamplugh Trust, named after the young estate agent who went missing in 1986, campaigns for police to better understand this obsessive behaviour.
So, obviously, we want to...
Home Office Minister Laura Farris has issued new guidance on stalking protection orders intended to force offenders to stay away from their victims. Too often, police and courts don't issue them.
Previously, the police would have had to meet the criminal standard, which is beyond reasonable doubt, as you will know. We're lowering that now, so they only have to persuade a judge on a balance of probability, a kind of 50-50 test, that it's appropriate. We know that stalking, particularly when it occurs in the context of a relationship, a romantic relationship that's come to an end, can be a predictor of more serious offending further down the line.
Some police forces are piloting new software to track stalking.
What we're trying to do with the police forces across England and Wales is improve the understanding of stalking from the point of contact through the investigation, so we can understand the background of the stalking which has taken place, what the risk is, and make sure that we're working with the victim and other charities and other organisations to try and keep them safe.
Victims often experience dozens of incidents before seeking help. The perpetrator in this case had done it before.
I often felt victim-shamed. I felt I wasn't taken seriously. At one point, I actually had a panic attack and a breakdown in the police station because they wouldn't help me. And I cried and I said, all I want is my safety. It's changed me fundamentally. I felt very alone and very isolated. I lived every day in fear.
Tamara Cohen, Sky News.